Timothy Chalamet chose not to wear a shirt and Kristen Stewart wore no pants.
What did he say?
Hi, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be going over the Oscars most memorable moments of 2022. So I think a lot of people are aware now of what happened on the stage between Chris Rock and Will Smith. If not, I will play it for you right now. Some people have called it the slap heard across the world. Now, to be fair to both sides here, I'm just gonna go briefly run over the story and not try to take sides, because either way this can be like a controversial topic, because it is covering not only like a woman of color but also prominent figures in the industry, and just like everything that surrounds that is really complicated. But also, I am not a person of color.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So I can't like speak on how these stereotypes or certain aspects of, for example, like a woman's hair impacts her, how she's perceived in society. You know, I can't really comment on those things, so I'm just gonna try and take a just clear plate of like, this is what happened and this is what kind of like what people are saying about it. So basically, Chris Rock made a G.I. Jane joke towards Jada Smith, and I also didn't know this, but she has the condition alopecia, where her hair falls out. So currently she is rocking her hair, her like without hair, and I know that can be really hard for a lot of people, and it is a difficult subject for her right now. So obviously that is something that was a sore subject. Chris has come out and said that he didn't know that she had alopecia. Still, should a man make a joke about a woman's appearance in a way that's like... See, okay, the thing is if you're making it a joke, you're saying that her having a shaved head makes her look like G.I. Jane, which is if you're making a joke about it, you're having a connotation that it's bad or that it's humorous. And you could even push that further and say that it's because she looks masculine with a shaved head. And I know I've had a shaved head in the past, and I know that is like a common conception that people have. And like, if that's the route you're going for with the joke, even if it's like innocent because it's not about her alopecia condition, it's still insensitive and rude because it is about the fact that you think she doesn't look like your definition of feminine, you know? So that in both ways that I look at it, it still doesn't seem like an appropriate thing to say about someone. But at the same time, I get that that's kind of like the point of being a comedian, is to like offend people. Me thinking that all comedians do is offend people. Okay, well... I'm drinking a frozen drink. You do not get to know where it is. This is my own straw, so don't speculate anything. Domed lid, you don't get to know where it is. Not sponsored. Good stuff though. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been kind of like looking at other people's opinions on the internet about this topic. Some people are supporting Will because they're saying he's defending his wife's honor. How could you hate that for him? Like, he's doing what every wife deserves, you know? Like, go out there, show that you're supportive. Okay, that's fine. If that's what it actually is, that's okay. But then he goes on stage and starts preaching about how he wants to just spread love and positivity. Like, I don't really think those two things actually coincide with what he's preaching about, and it's really upsetting that... I want to also just super quickly mention that Will actually did end up apologizing to Chris Rock, not in his speech, but he did post an Instagram where I will be posting these on screen here. So pause if you would like to read that, and that is what he said on that. A lot of people are just boiling this down to like it ending his career, and while it's a defining moment, I don't think it's going to like leave a stain on his reputation in the way that people are saying it is. Do I think it was an immature thing of him to do? Totally. 100%. But I don't think this is like, it's Will Smith. He was a genie, you know, and a lot of people said that that was like the worst move of his career when he played in like the live action of Aladdin, and replaced the late like Robin Williams. A lot of people hated him for that and said his career was over. And you know, now he's won an Oscars in 2022. But then let's switch over to why like Chris was also not in the wrong. Like he was obviously doing a bit. Everything that he said had to have been like scripted to a certain extent. Like he can't just go out there and just start like freestyling at the Oscars. Like that's never gonna happen. That's not what that is about. But I don't think that the way like everybody reacted was how he thought it was going to go down. Like I think he was just, you know, like going through and roasting people in the front, people he could see, because you know, why not? He made a sexist joke like most comedians in his age do. Like Dave Chappelle made disgusting comments he deemed as jokes. People take those the wrong way, and whether you like it or not, those are just the facts. Like if you see something wrong with it, then obviously like I feel like this is like such a privileged way to look at it, and like coming from a lens, I don't want to sound like I'm just saying like, oh, if a joke's offensive to you, like that's your problem, like don't take things so harshly, because like no, people are human and we have emotions. People are going to take things the way that they take them, and that's valid. And if it's something that is belittling or something you're pointing out, whether it be as like a haircut, whether it be race, whether it be sexuality, whether it be gender, those things, or anything else like ableism, or like just like I don't know, just discrimination is never a fun thing to experience for anyone, and it's never okay to demark those as jokes. But what also is not okay is responding with violence that perpetuates and then also goes against directly what you say you're for. So like Will Smith is in the wrong for going up there and hitting him, rather than just having a conversation with him and being like, hey, my wife actually suffering from alopecia. Please do not make that comment, because it's not a joke. That's not funny, you know? And Chris Rock, well, he might not be first in Jada's life, you know, aside from like knowing about maybe like the whole open marriage thing that happened recently. Like I personally do not keep up with her Red Table Talk, so I wasn't aware of anything that was going on with her medical condition. He probably didn't know. At the same time, there's just, you know, there's just some things you don't have to say. And if I were in Jada's shoes too, I would probably be offended, because there's just so many undercurrents that those types of like comments that people deem as jokes can have when they're targeted at a specific group. And like I said in the beginning, I experience privilege from obviously the way I look, on certain things. So this doesn't make me the best person to be like, hey, I want to address these issues that like women of color, specifically Black women, face in media and in everyday life. But it's also important just to like address that, like, that is a contributing factor as to why that joke was made by him in the first place, you know? So he is in the wrong for that, for thinking like something like that would be funny, because it's not funny. I think that is it for today for the shitstorm that is the Oscars. What did we remember? It was not Timothée Chalamet's chest like everybody thought it was going to be. He served us Robert Pattinson. Can I not speak anymore today? He served us Robert Pattinson vibes, Twilight 2010, you know, like chest. And Kristen served with the no pants look. But no, unfortunately, that is not what we're here to remember. We are here to remember the slap. Bye, guys.